Welcome to day 4 of our writing challenge. This is my favorite day. This is what I've been looking forward to the most. So I'm glad to have you here. I'm going to start with some great news. So first, a little recap. So on day 1, we talked about clarity, getting clear on who your ideal reader is, what you want to do with your book, and what the content of your book is going to be, what result they're going to get. On day 2, we worked on what is your secret sauce? What is your special formula? How do you stand out from others? Because many of you are talking about very similar topics, totally fine, right? Because there are billions of people in the world. You can't serve all of them. We have to each find our tribe and our vibe, right? So on Tuesday, we worked on getting clarity on that. Wednesday, we used ChatGPT to create your outline. Poof, just like that. It was so much fun. So we are going to pick up where we left off with that outline and then go through an interview today. But like I said, I want to lead with some really great news. So one of our newest authors who's joined the beta program that we started a couple of weeks ago for being able to be interviewed by ChatGPT to write your book, Colleen has shared with me some really awesome results she's having. So she started the interview process 1 week and 1 day ago and is already, she's got her full outline done, and it's 6 chapters. It's a short read. Her intention has always been a short read, which is like that sweet spot. So it's 6 really impactful chapters. She just finished chapter 4. Finished chapter 4. Like, she works full time. This is not a hobby. She's working and doing her book on the side with ChatGPT. Like I said, you can do a chapter a day, an hour a day. And so amazing stuff. And she found a couple of things that have worked for her. I was trying to think of, yeah, she really didn't have any challenges or complaints. She's just excited about it. One of the things that she did was she has like a lot of content of handouts and forms and things that she uses for her clients that she just took and uploaded to ChatGPT so that Chat would know her better right off the bat. So be keeping that in mind, that to know your voice, to know your content, to know your formulas, to know your theories, to know the questions that you ask your clients, any of that kind of content you have, newsletters, blog posts. Like, we always have so much content, right? Now you can repurpose it and upload it to ChatGPT, and Chat will have all of that info to work with. So it gets to know you really well right off the bat. So I thought that was a really great tip from her. And way to go, Colleen. I love it. She is just rocking and rolling right along. 2 weeks in, not even 2 full weeks, and 1 week, 1 day in, already finished chapter 4. That's awesome. So let's go ahead and dive in today. I'm going to take you through a quick couple of slides that I usually do around the interview process, and then dive right into the interview. I'll make it short and sweet, I promise. Going to share screen. Here we go. All right, so the author AI advantage. 1 chapter a day, 1 hour a day. It really can be that simple. So I'm just going to go through a few of these really quickly. My personal experience and why I'm teaching this to you now is, honestly, I was in the process of trying to write my book that keeps getting put off. I work with books all day long. I'm editing your books. I'm reading your books. I'm helping you with content. And so in my time off, to sit down and type out my book is like, not today. I think I'll put it off. And it's been put off too much, right? I'm sure you can relate. So I thought, I just need somebody to interview me, because we've been doing ghostwriting from interview since 2010. So I'm not a stranger to it. I just thought, well, okay, I need to have somebody interview me and just get this dang thing done, right? And I thought, why can't I have ChatGPT interview me? And oh my goodness, it has come such a long way. So what we used to do back in like 2010, 2011, when we first started using Otter AI, and it was really clunky back then, was we would interview you and then take that transcript and it would type it out word for word, and how you speak it is how it would appear, right? Let me tell you how far along AI has come, and it's so exciting because I can go ahead and speak a story and then go, oh, go back and add this. And oh, say something out of order. And it doesn't type it word for word. It takes in all of that information and then retypes it in a coherent paragraph, chapter, whatever. So you don't have to get everything perfectly right as you speak it, because ChatGPT will figure it out and do it before it starts typing. And it types more accurately, faster than any assistant I've ever had. So it's so thrilling. I had to bring it to you guys immediately. And already students are having success in being able to recreate what I do and what I'm teaching. So very exciting. Um, if you're thinking, oh, I don't need to be interviewed, it's ghostwriting for me, those kind of things, right? Lisa Nichols' Abundance Now book was done from interview. You've probably heard of the Four Agreements. It's been around forever. It's a classic, all done from interview. Dr. Allie Griffith, her first book that we did for her, Amazing Gift, was done from interview. Naomi Sodeman, Embrace the Mirror, her book was done from interview. But it's their content. It's your content. You're answering the questions with your stories, your formula. Now, ChatGPT might ask you a generic question like, how do you help someone get from A to B? Like, that's just a basic question, but you're the one that gives the answer. And ChatGPT is just typing it for you on your behalf. That's it. It's an assistant. It is typing your words. It's not inventing something. It is just typing for you. Content still has to come from you. So nonfiction books are the best way to go because it is stories you're already telling. It's things you already know. It's just so much easier and faster that way, right? So two ways that we're now using this interview process. We've always had the authority package where we actually interview you and then turn that into a book for you, publish it, all that kind of stuff. Right now, only during the holiday season do I ever do this, around Christmas time. We are also bundling it with a done for you book to course, where I turn your book into an online course for you. Now that's limited to only 4 people. So 4 really busy professionals who just don't have the dang time. All I have to do is interview you. You go back to doing your thing, and I'll take care of the rest. It's that simple. But I can only do that for 4 people because legit, it takes time and effort, right? So only 4 people. If you're interested, ask me about the holiday bundle. Also, we have the 90-day bestseller formula, always classic, guarantee you'll have a bestseller. But now we've added this AI interview component where I teach you how to have ChatGPT interview you, just like Colleen's doing. Very exciting. And if you saw Carmen Badden's most recent book, just became a bestseller 2 days ago. She did that all from ChatGPT as well. So about 6 months ago, she was very resistant to using chat. And I talked her into it, and now they are the best of friends to the point where she's running out of space. So the memory is running low. So yeah, just ask her about ChatGPT sometime. But of course, we're always accepting new students into the bestseller formula to write your best-selling book. Clarity is key. We went over this on Monday. Please go back and review the video if you haven't yet. Once you have that clarity, it's easy to answer everything else. And you need this clarity when you're refining your interview, because you need to make sure that you're hitting all the right points. So get that clarity first, okay? Let's go ahead and jump in to ChatGPT. Feel free to screenshot this or take a picture with your phone, whatever you need. Book a call with me. Let's talk. Whatever you want to plan for your book for 2025, let's chat. Okay. All right. So this is our outline we created yesterday. And we're just going to go with this generic outline from here. Now, I do this with a screen on my computer and audio on my phone. So what I'll do, say I've pulled up the same exact thing, and I will speak on my phone, and it's going to type everything out as I speak, and then I submit it to ChatGPT, and then it returns. Okay, so I'm going to show you a sample of this. Now, the key phrase is so short to start with that I haven't even bothered to type it out for you. It's really very simple. So you'll hear it here in just a minute, but it's acting as a ghost writer. I want you to interview me to write my book. Super simple, right? Okay, so let me begin. Acting as a ghost writer, I want you to interview me to write this book, to help me get all the content out and typed out. So let's start with chapter 1. You have it listed here as breaking free from limiting beliefs. I want you to make sure and prompt me with questions that are going to build know, like, and trust. So I want you to ask me about the who I am now that they want, that they're seeking to also be or become. The Phoenix moment, my moment where I had the major aha and came up out of it, and why it's important for me to share this with them. So please go ahead and prepare those interview questions for chapter 1, and then I will answer those for you. So now it's processing. Okay. So very simply, you can go back and add more, change it. So now it's going to present us with questions. There we go. Let's see what we have here. Okay, I do want to refine these more. Let's see. Hmm. That's so strange. Because, oh, I guess we can go back to that, can't we? Okay, so let's see if, okay. So let's go ahead and start asking, have it ask us questions. I'm going to answer some of these questions. Here we go. Okay. So building know, like, and trust. Get back to it here. Now I'm going to give really short answers. Now, I have been known to give answers that are 10 to 15 minutes long, okay, when I'm being interviewed for a book chapter. So understand that I'm just giving an example here. So you're going to want to really spend time making sure it asks the questions that are important to you, making sure that you hit all of the points that you want to hit, and take your time. Now you can give it sections and go back and do more, but I'm going to go ahead and give you an example now of how this works. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and answer your questions, and please turn into content. Who I am now, I'm a woman in my 50s who has been there, done that. I raised my children, I've grown my business, and I'm now free to live this next chapter of my life. There was a time when my life was all about my kids, my home, my husband, my family, and I got to a point where I rediscovered me. And I would love to help women in their 40s discover that sooner as opposed to later. I wish I knew then what I know now. Limiting beliefs that I had at the time were things like a good Christian woman puts her family first. And although family is very important, what I understand now is that if I fill my cup first, if I take care of my health first, then I'm better at taking care of them. And I wish, honestly, I had learned that in my 20s, and I tried to instill it in my children by the time I figured it out, so that I hope they will understand that sooner, quicker, faster. And please go ahead and write this out. So see, normally I would keep going, answer more questions, dive deeper. This is just an example to show you how this works. And now it's typing. It's just about done typing. Still typity type. If you know me at all, you know I'm not a great typer. Okay. Love it. Okay, so now I will refresh and show you. Okay. So here is what it has for chapter 1. So I don't really like to start with a question. You might, because it's very engaging sometimes. But I'm going to have it remove that question. Mostly to demonstrate how to have it correct things. I like it. It actually did good. See how I didn't get everything perfect when I said it, and I kind of jumped around a little bit, but it took the content and it wrote it out. And now if this is very much my kind of voice, because it has a lot of experience with me. So it's automatically writing well the way that I speak. So it's not too formal, it's not too lackadaisical, but it knows me well, right? I don't use a lot of big fluffy words. I don't use a lot of hyperbole. If you do, that's perfectly fine. It should be your style. That's the key. It should be your style. So it really already kind of has my voice, so I don't need to refine it too much. If you haven't used ChatGPT much, you might need to give it more instruction. Tell it who you are, how you like things to be, that it should be directed towards an 8th grade reading level, for example, because that is the average reader, believe it or not. So I'm going to show you an example of revising this, and then we'll complete for today, okay? So here we go. First paragraph, first sentence, who am I now? The question. Please remove that. Everything else looks good. Please revise. All right. Typing, typing, typing. Nearly done. Good, good, good. Ta-da! There we go. I'll refresh here. All right. See, it removed the question. So anything else I had told it to do, revise this, add that, be sure to include this, it would go back and do. Now, once I've had enough of that back and forth, then I'll go and copy this, paste it into a document where I can go through and refine it a bit for myself. You can do this 1 chapter a day, an hour a day. Like, in total, the entire time that I've spent on this with you so far, like, we've had conversation and slides and all that kind of stuff. I've only been on for 20 minutes. In 20 minutes. So imagine if I had gone straight to the interview, how far in I would be in writing chapter 1. It really is that simple. Now, then once you have it all out in a Word document, you can go through and refine it more. So it really is that simple, because it will think of asking you things that you might have forgotten otherwise, because you do this every day. And when you have somebody in front of you asking you, it's a little easier, right? So ChatGPT is smart enough to ask you and prompt you and want more and make sure that things are complete. And so being able to answer those questions makes sure that you've included everything. If there's a question in there you don't want to answer, you don't want that content in your book, great, don't answer it. If there's something that it missed and it doesn't know better, include the information. It's going to type it all up for you. Like, it just can't be any easier. It's mind-blowingly easily fun now. So I hope you enjoyed that. This will be posted on YouTube and in Bestsellers Guild. If you're not already in Bestsellers Guild, come join us, bestsellersguild.com. It's our free Facebook group of 3,400 plus authors, bestsellers, people in progress, people who have 13 bestsellers. Come join us. Very supportive, wonderful group of amazing people. So we're going to be posting today's progress and assignments in there. And tomorrow, we're talking about 7 ways to make money with your book, because ultimately that's the goal, right? You can't share your light with the world if you can't keep your lights on. You can serve from your overflow if you have overflow. So you have to be able to leverage your book to make more money and do more good in the world. That we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Have a good day.